Yeah, those two wounded beasts going at it at the last moment. There was some horrifying moments in this episode of Black Clover, and you think it'd be weird for a shonen series, but when you turn, like, I remember when it was like you turn the panel and you see these characters turn to dust. It's a little bit more worse in just anime format, where you see these characters getting blasted away, and the only thing you see left is the charred remains of where their feet were at the end. It's like, there's some horrifying... Julius Kronos, like, Jesus Christ, man, like, there's a reason he's the Wizard King for a reason, and yeah, definitely there's a lot to say about this episode, and some weird stuff as well, like, a lot of recap in this one, like, especially even in the, from the break as well. It's like, let's recap the first, like, 2-3 minutes of, like, what happened just immediately right after. Same thing happening with, like, the, like, this episode I felt like, animation-wise, pacing-wise, you know, all the things I always complain about with, like Clover a lot of time was, you know, that was fixed, I think. Like, immediately when you saw Asta, Leo going in against, like, the White Knight Eyes, like, or the Eye of the Midnight Sun. To be fair, there's 2 fucking names that you can always pronounce these guys, and the fact that they were going in, it was like a 62, and Noelle is trying to, like, even, like, using the last little bits of their energy, just trying to save them, trying to protect them. Like, it isn't enough, because they are outnumbered, they are injured, they are drained of magical power. They can't do anything, and it's like, let's have all of these fucking creepy-ass guys going up against them, because we're seeing throughout all of this, like, as they're getting taken down, and it's like, where, like, they are trying to take at least 1 or 2 of these people down with them, but it is to no avail, even when they're, like, getting stabbed by, like, these air tornadoes, and it's, if it wasn't for the fact that it's like, this could have ended up into a lot more of an uglier situation for, like, Leo, for, like, Noelle and the rest of them, if it wasn't for the fact that all the captains and all of the higher ranking, like, members came back. It was, like, not, like, Nozzle, like, all the Silver family, like, getting the rest of the Golden Dawn in there, like, the Blue Rose, like, all of them arrived just right at the peak moment, where it's like, we need you guys here now. And I at least appreciated this and all that from, like, especially Nozzle, like, the big brother out of all of them, because his, like, younger brother and sister were talking shit about, like, Leopold and Fagolion. It's like, yeah, at the end of the day, though, like, and this is one thing I always kind of respect about the relationship between, like, Nozzle and Fagolion. It's like, yeah, regardless of fucking what, though, he stayed here, standed his ground against all these opponents, and just, like, protected the kingdom while we were out of our ways getting up our own asses. Because that was the thing where it's like, the whole reason was like they were able to come back, and it's like, very rare. It's like, we actually have to, like, put our powers together and actually make sure we can get back there. Obviously, with people like Yuna was able to escape this, like, but you're in this scenario, it's like, look, you've got people like Klaus there, you've got all of these high-ranking people with all these unique matters, like, we can use this to get back here, we can get back to the kingdom in a breakneck pace, we just need to put our stuff in pride away, and it's like, regardless of what, they all came together, and it's like, we can say whatever we want about our methods, how we do things, what we're doing it for, whether or not it's for our royal bloodline, whether or not it's the justice, all this shit. They're like, we all join for a clear reason, and that is we want to protect, like, the kingdom. We want to protect, the people around us. We all have our reasons why, and it's like, no, we're putting this through there, and I like that about them. It's like, not... Even though you can clearly see that the Silver family is the worst out of, like, the snobby assholes next to the Golden Dawn, you can actually see out of the people, even all of them, even their leaders and all that, they clearly have something out there that, like, actually is good. And I kind of like, it was like, they went straight in, it's like, you're not getting away, pulling out the Mercury, and it's like, no. And if it wasn't for one of the members, like Sally, coming in with this giant creepy salamander thing, I was like, oh, yeah, like, you're actually gonna go through that item, and it's like, no, I'm gonna use a magic item and this salamander, and I'm just gonna absorb all of your properties, and just get out of here, and take Asta. And it's like, he is mine, thank you, I'm going to dissect him, because he's weird, and his anti-magic shit is just completely bizarre. Like, so, with Lost Asta, not to mention, it's like, the Eye of the Midnight Sun, yeah, that's their big creepy order. Now, this thing is, like, this name has had, like, especially as well when I was looking at the Japanese for it as well, it has been translated in two ways, where it's like Eye of the Midnight Sun or the White Knight Eyes is how it's been translated. Obviously, I use either or for, like, the organization, but, like, considering that that's the official line that we got from, like, Crunchyroll, and also as well from, like, what we got as well from, like, the manga volumes as well that we've had, it's always been, like, the Eye of the Midnight Sun. But then again, due to translations and how people are, like, I say either or, to be fair, and all that, because I know some people was like, that makes more sense to them to call that, but regardless, it's like, Japanese, like, can be weird sometimes with how, like, they pronounce it. Now, my favorite part of the episode is when they go to their base and there's the tablet there with all of the gems that they've been seeking, and they're there arguing about what to do with Asta. Sally's there like, I want to dissect him, he's interesting. You see, she is a crazy bitch. She is fucking psychotic. And when they fucking go in, it's like, Julius is there. Holy shit. Everyone get ready, kill him. Before they even have a moment to go in there, Julius murdered it, and it's clearly fucking shown and said, he murders two of them, grabs them, and just incinerates them. There is nothing left but a bit of smoke on the ground, and Julius is like, you know, for a bunch of people that, like, just took a bunch of lives out of my city, you'd think you'd be willing to lose a little couple of lives yourself, like, and, oh, don't worry though, we've got one of your members. We've got that creepy, like, witch lady. So yeah, we're gonna be using her as interrogation. But we could use you guys as well. I will let one of you guys live, but the rest of you are gotta go. Like, I love that. It's like first come, first served. And then he's like, you know what? Let me try something. I'm gonna see if I can get all of you in this. And he just does chronostasis. Completely just traps all of these people in in time, and it's like, alright, so that's his power. He can control fucking time. He can, at least from what we've seen, he can control it to such a way where it's like he can affect like objects and he can affect human beings, but whether or not he can actually affect the physical laws of reality of that, he could actually rewind fucking time. That's still unknown, but regardless, it's like, alright, you can see him teleporting everywhere. Yeah, alright, he's pretty broken. Alright then. And that ends the episode with, like, Asta, like, fuck's sake, like, I had to be rescued again, I had to be saved, and he's punching the ground, and he's like, and Julius is like, come on, give me your hand, I'll help you up. Asta reluctantly is like, no, I'm not gonna take that, I'm gonna stand on my own 2 feet. And Julius showing him that you want to be the king, right? You want to be to this. You want to be me. I'm showing you a glimpse of what it is to be me. This is the level of things that you have to handle. Because he's just like, that was easy. That was a piece of fucking cake for him. And now we have the situation with the ending of the episode with Leet. And that is something I am very just looking forward to, because the way how they handled it as well in the episode, I liked it, is he just fucking appears and the episode just turns to white. And I was like, okay, that's actually really good. I did like, and see, this is where I've been talking about, where it's like, I'm way more into this episode, because this is the wonders of, like, actually adapting it, whereas, like, animation can actually improve a lot of scenes, and it can actually add a lot more to than what the original story can. And I felt like this did this one very well. It looked gorgeous at some places. The only issue I had was, like, okay, there was quite a bit of recap. There was at least 8 minutes of recap in this episode, so I was like, we're getting to the bits of, like, Bleach, where it's not that bad yet, whereas, like, Bleach is half of the entire episode was fucking recapped, but we're getting there, so it's still something I have to make out. But easily, this was probably one of my favorite, like, Clover episodes that we've had in a very long while. Like, rather have that than the padding, like, the really bad, like just dragging on there. I would rather have the fucking recaps than just, let's just drag these scenes out for the longest possible time. Like, because it makes it feel more natural than just them talking slowly or, like, trying to work through these lines. You know, all of that shit that you get. But overall, I can't wait for the next week episode. I think we should be getting a new opening as well next week. Like if this was 26, so if that's the case, then I'm looking forward to if we do get one. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What you thought about this episode. But that's all from me. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you guys though next time.